Evolution of administrative law. Introduction. Administrative law is a dynamic branch of public law that has seen immense growth during the 20th century. The evolution of administrative law marks the transition of the state from laissez-faire, a minimalist police state, to a modern welfare state. From a police state focused on sovereign functions, the state transformed into a welfare state ensuring security and welfare of citizens. Traditional parliaments and courts could no longer handle the sheer volume and technical complexity of daily governance. This regulatory gap led to the rapid growth of administrative agencies and the law that governs them. Administrative law evolved as a byproduct of public law due to the growing socio-economic functions and increasing powers of the state. Modern administrative law is rightly described as the sociology of law rather than just a philosophy of law, moving hand in hand with the growth of society. The historical evolution can be understood across three distinct global phases, followed by its specific growth in India. Meaning and development. Administrative law is that branch of law which determines the organization, powers, duties, and procedures of administrative authorities, along with the remedies available to individuals whose rights are infringed. Definition by Sir Ivan Jennings. Administrative law is the law relating to the administration. It determines the organization, powers and duties of administrative authorities. Transition. From minimal state functions in the 19th century right-pointing arrow manifold expansion in the modern welfare state. Administrative law equals sociology of law. Reflects society's needs, not mere philosophy. Stages of evolution. Stage 1. The era of laissez-faire. Police state. During the early 19th and early 20th centuries, the political gospel of laissez-faire, free enterprise with minimum government intervention, was prevalent. Core principles: minimum government control, free enterprise, and concentration of power in individual hands. The state only focused on external defense and basic law and order. Pitfalls and failures lead to human misery and extreme economic exploitation. Power was concentrated in the hands of the wealthy, widening the gap between the rich and the poor. Proved catastrophic for public welfare, paving the way for state intervention. 2. Stage 2. Dogma of collectivism. Because of the failure and miserable consequences of the laissez-faire police state, the principle of collectivism emerged. It was reaction to laissez-faire failures. The state and the individual began working in synchronization. The state assumed active control over individual actions and took responsibility for protecting life, liberty, and property. 3. Stage 3. The social welfare state. Collectivism gave birth to the modern social welfare state. The state manages public health, transport, education, commerce, and social security. In India, the preamble to the Constitution declares India a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, aiming to establish an egalitarian society based on social, economic, and political justice. Modern scope. According to IPC, administrative law now deals with three key dimensions. Administrative law now covers the powers and functions of administrative and quasi-administrative agencies, the procedures through which these powers are exercised, prescribed, and reviewed, the judicial remedies available to aggrieved persons when such powers are abused. Critical analysis. Growth driven by inadequacy of legislature and judiciary, rise of regulatory agencies, science and technology, and preventive measures, shift from rigid control right-pointing arrow principles of natural justice and reasonableness. Today, administrative law is all-pervasive. ensuring balance between state power and individual liberty. Conclusion. From laissez-faire to collectivism to welfare state, administrative law has evolved into a dynamic system safeguarding rights while enabling effective governance. It remains the cornerstone of modern public administration.